Awesome day to you, awesome people, and welcome to another week of What's Your Story, where we share, empower, heal, and inspire. Again, I have another awesome guest. My name is Shanrika Crawford Benjamin. I am your host for What's Your Story, and What's Your Story is brought to you by Say Something, which is an online store where you can find custom apparel such as the Gugoji brand, and more. So you can check them out at saysomething.company.site. Excuse me. And also, it's brought to you by Kids Love Money. They just don't understand it, which is an interactive workbook series that teaches kids the basics about money, savings, things of that nature. You can find awesome resources such as this. This is the new book that has just come out, which is the Savings Edition. You can find that on kidslovemoney.shop. If you have purchased the previous book, you should have a discount in your a discount email or an email with a promo code for you to get a discount. So be sure to check your email, your spam, all of that good stuff, because there is a discount there for you all who have purchased the first book. But this is the new book, so you can find resources like this at kidslovemoney.shop. But without further ado, I do have an awesome guest, and I don't want to take up too much of her time because she's always outside. But if you hold on, hold tight, we'll be right back with you, okay? I'm saying okay like y'all can answer me, but we'll be right back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, awesome people. And I hope you're having an awesome week. And I thank you for joining us for your midweek awesomeness. Uh, Join us every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for your midweek awesomeness. Uh, Again, this is What's Your Story. If you're joining us live, welcome. Thank you. Hit the like button, hit the share button, comment, subscribe if you're on YouTube, all of that good stuff. If you're watching it later, same thing. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe, bell icon, all of that good stuff. But without further ado, let me bring on my beautiful guest so we can get her up out of here and back outside where she likes to be. Awesome day, beautiful. How you
Hey,
doing?
good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. And thank you for joining us to share your story with the good folks of the world. Uh,
Absolutely. Thank y'all for
but
having me.
oh, absolutely. It's my pleasure. I know I have to catch you, because something always going on. But I ain't gonna tell the people about what you got going on. I'm gonna let you tell the good people about what you got going on. But on what's your story? Basically, we're just sharing our story
Okay.
with people. And what's your story was, I don't know, you probably, no, I don't think you're old enough, but it used to be a line that people say back in the days, and they'd be like, "What's your story?" And that was just to, for people to tell them about themselves, and the gist of it was for them to want to know more about you. But when they want to know more about you, y'all see that information scrolling along the bottom right there. That's how you can find out more. But for right now, we're gonna give you a taste of what she has going on, what she's been up to, and what she will be doing in the future. But without further ado, Rain, what's your story?
Hey y'all. So I'm Rain of Rain Outdoors. So yeah, I hunt and I fish. I'm a fiance. I'm a mother. I work. So I have many hats, many hats. Um, I guess I can start off with telling you more about my hunting background, hunting and fishing actually, because I started hunting and fishing when I was about 5 years old. My mom and my dad, they both hunt and fish. My daddy does more of the hunting side, and my mom, she was a fisherwoman as well. So she used to take me and my brother fishing all the time. We used to be out there fishing with our little fishing rods, and that was my
Hmm.
brother was that was my fishing buddy all my life. So me and him started fishing really young. We started hunting off in our backyard, hunting squirrels with our BB guns and stuff like that. Me and my dad would do the same thing. I would go out with my dad, hunting, fishing, doing what we do. So I've been out there outside all my life. But yeah, that's me outside, ready to get it.
Right. So, you said you started around the age of 5.
Mhm.
Oh, but that's something that, because I know your dad, that's something that they've always done. Like your grandfather took him, and I'm
Yep.
assuming that his dad, your great great grandfather did the
It
same thing.
did.
So this is pretty much a family tradition
It is. It is.
that
This
you.
is something that's been passed down. Like you said, my dad and all of his brothers are hunters and fishermen. There's 5 boys, and I also have an aunt. From my dad's side, they all hunt and fish. My granddad hunted and fished, him and his brothers also, and then their dad. So it is a family tradition and something that we do every year. My family, they get together and we have like a shootout, go out, they cook out. They do skeet shooting, target shooting. So it's just something that's been going on for a long time.
Yeah, and I know I see a lot of your videos that you have, because you have 3 boys and you have
Mm-hmm.
them out fishing, and I don't know if anybody's been hunting yet. Have they been hunting yet, or?
So let me tell you, over the weekend, this past weekend, we were at the James Bub Jackson Hunting Preserve. So if you guys are familiar with James Bub Jackson, a phenomenal man, he passed away. I think it was last year. So, but he was a phenomenal outdoorsman, hunting, fishing, and we were at the preserve. And it's my uncle Tim. He has a preserve for his. That was his best friend. So, the main thing with that, we're just really trying to keep his legacy alive because he really was a great outdoorsman. So we were there over the weekend, and that was the very first time that we took those kids out in the woods in the deer stand.
Mm,
So, Jason, who is my fiance, I'll tell y'all about him because Jason is from New York. Jason didn't know nothing about the outside life until we got together.
right.
But I'll tell y'all about him in a minute. But we were out at the preserve and we was like, okay, rock, paper, scissors, who taking the little one? Let me tell y'all, Weston gets down. So we already know, when
Yes.
you're in the woods, you're in the deer stand, you have to be quiet. Weston is a 3-year-old. Ain't nothing about a 3-year-old quiet at all.
No, don't have
And
any
not even a little
understanding of
bit.
that
So
word.
it was like rock, paper, scissors, who gonna do it? So Jason ended up having to take Weston and I took Jace. We didn't have Zaylen with us yet. But Zaylen has been in the woods. He just hasn't been in the blind with us yet. But anyway,
Okay.
we at the preserve, Jason took Weston to one stand. I went to another stand, not too far from each other, but we sat and we didn't do any hunting. We just really wanted to put them in the stand so we can see how they act in the stand with us. Because Jace, he is 4. He's a little more, if we say, Jace, okay, you got to be quiet, he
He's a
knows
little
to
calm.
be
Yeah.
quiet. Yeah. He had his moments where he was like, he was whispering, then he maybe forgot for a second. He's like, oh, I'm supposed to be quiet. And I'm like, it's okay, it's okay. So, but we did get to see deers. Even Jason, though, with Weston. Weston was being Weston the whole time, running around in the stand and making noise. But the deer still came up. They still came. They didn't come all the way to the stand, but he was still able to see deer.
To
So
see
we
them.
had them out there, and they had that excitement. Jace got to see his deer come out, and whenever he seen the first 2, he was like, "Okay, Mom, we gotta shoot him." And I'm like, "No, no, we're not shooting. We just looking
He
right now. We
ready.
gotta go shoot him." Yeah, he was ready because he is the little hunter. He anytime he sees like when we going hunt, we gonna shoot the deers. So he definitely is ready, and we'll be getting him ready to crossbow hunt. So he'll be able to shoot a crossbow probably next year. He'll be out there and be able to try to shoot one himself. But like I said, we was just out there getting some footage of the deer and just letting them be around, being in the environment. And they actually did very well. They did very well.
Okay, cool, cool. So they're
Mm-hmm.
learning. Yeah, and that's good. And that's the thing that most people don't, you know, realize, that if you start kids at anything when they're younger,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it'll stick with them. 9 times out
Right.
of 10, it'll stick with, even if they don't do it for a while, but they'll always have it. And if they need it, especially in this instance, hunting, fishing, I mean,
Yep.
they'll always have a way to feed themselves, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and they'll have had that experience versus me trying to go out there telling my I'm going, you know,
Right.
mm-mm. I
But
don't
yeah,
think
that
that's gonna work.
that was that part, and we did do some fishing as well. Jace and Zaylin, who is our 9-year-old, they both
Mhm.
fish on their own. They bait their own hooks. They throw out their they do their own thing. So, and they've been doing it for a while now. At first, when they're younger, you kind of have to throw it out and let them reel it in, and but now they're
Yeah,
just every man for themselves. We all just out there like who can catch the first fish. We try to make like a competition so they
competition.
can enjoy it and have fun. So yeah,
Yes,
they love it. They love it.
cool. And I know you said it's who's about to start. Zaylen's going to start crossbow.
Zaylin actually has a
He out
compound bow. He has a compound bow, and he's practicing on it. He hasn't been out hunting with it or anything like that. But we're gonna get both of them on the crossbow and get
on
their
the cross.
first kills. Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. So yeah, she does what do you call it? Archery.
Archery.
I guess
Yep.
the would be correct name for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
But
me and Jason both we use a compound bow. The crossbow is the one that's more like a gun where you just pull the trigger.
trick.
Well, a lot of
Uh-huh.
people use that as well. And being kids, I feel like that's something
They
that we
it's
should
better for
start
them.
them off with. But Zaylin does have a compound bow, and he's learning on that as well.
Okay, so let me ask you this because my uncles had the bows that you just shoot, because
That's
they
the
did that
crossbow.
part, right? So they did all of that, not me. Um, bring me back what's on the other side of all of that activity, right?
Right?
Uh, and once it's fried, that cooked and all that good stuff. But but the difference, what's the difference? Okay, so I know the crossbow has
The
the trigger
trigger.
like the gun. So the compound bow, is that just the regular bow that you
Right,
pull
that
with
you
your
pull
string?
in. Right.
So that's the first bow that you learned on.
Yes,
I tried them things. Them things are like it takes a lot of strength.
it
Um,
does. It does, and that's what I first started shooting with. Mm-hmm.
okay. So Jason. Okay, let's go to Jason because and then I want to talk about just your sponsors too. But Jason having be from New York or is from New York rather not having been, but he being from New York, meeting this girl who's in the woods, she's hunting, she's fishing, she outside,
I'm
so
outside.
he outside, but he ain't outside like you outside. He outside in the concrete jungle, not in the
Exactly.
lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, not in that environment. So, how what was his and look, he gonna be like, oh, we picking on him. No, Jason, outside, we're not picking on you. But what was his like the first experience with him?
Oh my
Um,
goodness. So, Jason, good old Jason, old Mr. Knockout.
Mr. Naga.
That who is now my fiance. We'll be getting married next year. So,
Yeah,
I'm planning to have this big old country camouflage wedding. So y'all stay tuned for that.
she outside.
but Jason is from Queens, New York. He's from Queens, New York. When we first got together, like our first date, we're talking, what do you do? What do you do? And I'm like, yeah, I be hunting and fishing. And he was like, hunting and fishing. I'm like, yeah. But he liked guns.
Mm-hmm.
So he's always in the range, doing guns. So he was like, I always wanted to go hunting, hunting and stuff. So I'm like, well, shoot, let's do it. Let's make this thing work. So
Right.
he we went fishing maybe about 2 weeks after that. We went
Mm-hmm.
fishing. So we out there. I showed him how to do the whole, because like I said, this is something that he was new
New.
to. So we showed him
Mm-hmm.
how to do the reel and all of that. He caught on. He catches on very, very fast. Caught on very fast. We're out there with fishing, doing the fishing life. He loved it. He loved it. And since then, hey, we going fishing. Let's go fishing. And then we got over to the hunting aspect. Like I said, he loved guns, and he didn't know anything about shooting a bow. So I'm telling him, like, I use a bow, so you're gonna have to learn how to shoot a bow. We're gonna do this bow thing together. He got a
Mm-hmm.
bow. He learned how to shoot a bow. Good at it. He caught on quick, and now here we are out here. We out here.
Y'all
So,
out here.
and he loves it. He really does. Like I'm glad that he does, because just being from where he's from and him not seeing it, but he said, he really he wouldn't trade it for the world. He wouldn't trade it.
Yeah.
He loves the being down south. He loves the trees. He always talk about the clouds and just being outside. So he really enjoys it.
Cool. And I know no a lot of people that are from up north or live up north. When they come down, they enjoy it because it's so it's calm and it's,
Right.
it's peaceful and it's different because up north, you got buildings and trees, not trees, but buildings and
Buildings
concrete,
and cars, and he took
and
me
that's
up
it.
there just that one time, and I say, listen, we got to go back home. It's too fast up here. It's too loud. It's fast. It's too many people. I'm ready to
You
go.
right, and I always say it's good. It's good for a good time.
Yeah.
It's good for a good time, and then I got to go back.
Mm-hmm.
To the let me go
Mm-hmm.
back to the country life.
Right.
Uh, but yeah, but that's awesome that and I like I said, I know a lot of people that are from up north that come down that like this. But that's good that y'all you have a common ground, and plus too you're able to expand his horizons, I guess you would say, giving
Right.
him that exposure, because a lot
Right.
of times you know exposure, we don't have exposure to stuff, so we don't know whether we like it or not.
Right.
So
Right.
so that's an awesome thing. Okay, but I know you stay in Cabela's, you stay in Bass Pro Shop, so you done made the people sponsor you.
And we went in there and said, look, you're gonna take us. You're gonna take us
Right.
now.
Here we go. Where the paperwork? Let me find it. But how did you well, let me ask you this. How did you come about the brand Rain Outdoors?
Okay, so Rain is from my
It's
middle name
you.
actually.
Yeah.
And it just kind of happened. The thing is, I've never been a social media person. I never liked
Hmm.
social media. I didn't, excuse me, I didn't want to do anything with social media. But one day, Jason and I was talking, and he was like, maybe we should make like an Instagram and Facebook and stuff, and let people see what you're doing. Because
Right.
before, like on my page, I would just post a picture of me being outside fishing or hunting, whatever. But it was just, because that's what I do. I'm just out there. I'm gonna take a picture and let y'all see, and then that's it. But I never
Right.
thought to just be, actually making videos, doing pictures, and making it a thing. So it just kind of just came. I guess it just happened.
It just happened. Yeah. And
Just
then
happened.
from that, that's where the sponsors and everything came in, or you,
Yeah.
like you said, being
So
inside, being in the stores all the time.
right, with Bass Pro Shop and Cabela's, that's funny because we are in there at least 2-3 times a week. So we became familiar faces. And then we would
Hmm.
always be in there with our kids. And then they would have like days where they taking photos with Santa and photos for Halloween's. And we would always bring our kids to do it. And they just thought, "Oh, we always see y'all. And then when we come in there dressed in our camouflage, all coordinating for pictures and stuff, they just, oh, that's
Hmm.
so cute. And we always see y'all in here. So we started to build that relationship with the people that work there. So
Yes.
as often as we came in there, then Jason. Let me tell you about Jason. Jason and I are day and night. I'm more conservative and laid back, and I'm friendly. I can get along with anybody. But Jason is that person. When
The
Jason walk
talker.
in the room, you're gonna know who Jason is. You're gonna know who
Hmm.
Jason is. So Jason, like, okay, we doing this thing. Let's get it rolling. Where's the people that we need to speak to so we can get involved with y'all? So that's
Right.
that's really how that happened. Jason has been he's definitely the pusher behind Rain Outdoors as far as getting us with people and stuff like that. So that's
Yeah, and
how
that's
Bass Pro Shop and Cabela's came along. And then we also have DSG Outerwear, which is my clothing people. They send me all my clothes, my hunting clothes,
uh-huh.
camouflage. And it's Real Tree brand, love Real Tree. If you ever see me in camouflage, it's Real Tree. But that's
Hmm.
DSG Outerwear. I love them. They are hunting clothes for women.
Yeah.
They fit good. Like I really love their clothing. I've been with them. I think this is my second year now. So been with them, love their everything that they have, everything they're about. Really love them. We also work with Spy Point trail cameras, and that's the trail camera for when you see deer and stuff outside. You can kind of see them on your property just to kind of get a knowledge of where they are on your property. So we
Right.
have them. We also work with Big and J. Excuse me. Big and J is a deer attracting company. We also have ACC Crappie Sticks. It's a crappie stick fishing rod company. We also do a lot of work at the James Bub Hunting Preserve. That's what I mentioned earlier. We do a lot of
Yeah.
work there with them. Love Uncle Tim. Shout out Uncle Tim. Y'all love me some Uncle Tim. So shout out Uncle Tim. And did I miss anybody? I think that's it. That's it for right now.
But I mean, but that's awesome because I don't know. I mean, I know when y'all were growing up, y'all would do different little things as far as, you're very talented. I would say that because y'all always had something going on. y'all kids. Uh, you always had something going on, but you never, did you ever think that it would be this, like what you actually love to do, that you can, do it, and then people sponsor you, to do what you love doing, like.
It's crazy because me and my grandmother, my daddy's mama, we always
Hmm.
have this conversation, and she'd be like, "Did you ever think this is where you would be?" And just because I love her to death, both of my grandmothers. Actually, I'm so blessed to still have three of my grandmothers living. My great grandmother and two of my grandmothers, they're both living,
Hmm.
and I'm very thankful to have them. But she would always look at me and did you ever think? And then I would tell her, I'd be like, this was actually the other day. I said, Grandma, don't you know I was in Walmart and somebody said, oh my God, it's raining. It's shocking now because it happens a lot. And
Yeah,
I'm just in Walmart or wherever, just doing what I do. And then somebody noticed me and be like, oh, I love you. And we love following you. And I'm happy to make that impact, because they always saying, we love your positive vibes, and I like to try to keep it positive. Love
yeah,
positive energy, and it's just it's nice being able to actually see the people and know that it's somebody actually watching me and watching and looking up to me. So yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
I would have never thought in a million years this is what I would be doing. But I'm
I
glad
know,
to be
but
here.
yeah, and it's so fitting for you. I mean, so what do you have like coming up? Are you like have any projects or something that's
Um, so
upcoming?
a lot of so what was supposed to happen didn't get to happen because of the pandemic. We were planning
Hmm.
this big outdoors event for the kids down. We were going to do it down in Lancaster, which is
Hmm.
where I'm from. I don't know if y'all know, I'm from Lancaster, South Carolina. We
LA
were
in the
going
building?
we were going to have a big outdoor event for kids. Get all of them fishing rods, teach them how to have fishing classes. Just have a great time outdoors. We had to postpone it because of the pandemic, but
Right.
looking to 2022 next summer to have something big for the kids. I have a lot of women. I love that I have a lot of women. They'll message me and just give me my kudos, and they'll want tips on how do I get into fishing? How do I get into hunting? I love to see more women
Yes.
interested in it. So I'm always glad to help. So if anybody out there wants to help, send me a message. I'll definitely respond and give you any tips that I have. But other than that, for me, it's we're very sporadic. So it's like we're sitting here today and tomorrow, like, okay, let's go fishing at the beach or something. It's just so
Right.
nothing planned right now, but we working on a couple things for 2022.
Okay, doing the thing for the kids. What about the women? You ever thought about, or either well, I guess kids would include young with girls also, but um for women, you ever think about having any like classes to where you teach them,
I
uh
do.
I guess proper posture and
I do. I Let me tell you, my little notebook is full of ideas. But being that I am a mother and
yeah,
am doing
have other obligations. Yeah,
right,
it's
so
gotta have
I'm
time.
right. So actually I'm in the midst of doing my outdoor things full time. Thank you, Jesus. I've been
Amen. Hey, congratulations, honey.
thank you. So I'll definitely have something to where it's getting like a group of women and having like seminars and doing stuff like that. So soon to come, soon to come.
Yeah, I mean, because that's a great thing to have. Because even like, I don't know if I'm gonna get out in the woods now, to be honest. But I would like to, learn about, and I learned about, things through you, watching your videos, because you talk
Uh-huh.
about the different like hooks, or you post things or whatever,
Right.
and I mean, and it's just for me, it's just to know, but not really to do. But
Right.
it's good, for people who are interested and who in getting into it, to learn, and
Mm-hmm.
learn from another woman. I think it makes for an easier learning environment,
Right. Right.
versus, the opposite. Not saying you can't learn from a man, but, you know, they're not going to think about things that women might think about. You trying to shoot
Exactly.
something, we got
Exactly.
stuff. They don't have all of them anyway,
Right.
but they normally don't have stuff that they have to worry about, so things like that, I think,
Right.
it's
That's for real
helpful.
now.
Yeah, for another woman to teach, or be, aware of, that's
Right.
something that you can, include in there, because you are a woman and you're going through this.
Mm-hmm.
um God, I was just about to ask you something. What is it now? It's deer season, right?
It is deer season. I'm
I
actually
know, girl.
going hunting as soon as I get off the phone.
I know, listen, so I ain't trying to keep her low headed because I said I have to catch her when I can catch her because every day is something to be
It's
hunted.
something's adventure to be made
Something,
somewhere.
you listen. So I'll look, mountain lion hunting. I don't know, wrestling, crocodile wrestling. I don't know. She know about it. I don't want to hold her up, but okay. But we're gonna get ready to wrap this up in a few minutes. What would you say that you learned from being out in the woods, having learned the skills you learned? What I guess characteristics did you maybe gain or maybe hone since just going through the learning experience at a younger
Right.
age?
So actually, being out in the woods, you tend to learn a lot. Period. Just not even about hunting, but about yourself. Because being out in the woods, you have to be patient. You have to really be patient, even with being in the woods or going fishing. Patience is definitely the key. So you have a lot of time to sit there and think about, you know, being patient, or two, whenever you don't kill anything,
Mhm.
you have to learn to not be angry or not be mad or not be upset or not be sad, because okay, you didn't kill anything, but that's okay. You're gonna come back. You got to build up the courage to want to come back again, even if you see nothing. So
Yes.
it's you learn a lot about yourself when you're out there as well. And yeah, you learn about the deer and all this other stuff, but you really gain a lot of knowledge about yourself and how you are as a person as well.
Cool. Okay. Well, what you any last words for anybody that's looking to get into it or
Uh,
interested in?
so yeah, let me say this. I had this guy message me the other day, and he said my daughter saw you hunting, and she was like, "Daddy, look, girls do hunt." And he was like,
Mhm.
"You were really the first girl she ever seen out in the woods, and now because she saw you, she wants to go outside." Because he was like, for the longest, she didn't want to go with him because she felt like girls didn't hunt.
Right.
So, and he's not the first person that had said that. It's just most recently, that was last week. So it really touched me because I wanted to send a message out to him and his daughter to let her know that yeah, we do hunt, we fish, we do whatever it is that we put our mind to. You can do
Right.
it, and even if you feel like, even not hunting or fishing, even if you feel like it's something that you want to do and you don't want to do it because you feel like girls don't do it, you be the first girl to do it. You be
Be
the
that
first girl to
first
do it,
person.
because maybe somebody else is afraid to do it and they don't see anybody do it, but then they see you do it and you're the first to do it. Now you gave them the courage to want to do it as well. So
Yeah.
whatever it is that you want to do it. No matter what you do, you do things to make you happy. You can't live for anybody else. Do what you like, do what you love, make yourself happy. That's it.
Absolutely, because you're definitely the first woman I've seen hunting, and I mean I'm older, of course, than you, but I mean you are the first, woman, and I find it to be, an awesome thing, and not just that, but you're sharing with other people. You're teaching the kids, your
Mm-hmm.
kids. So I think I commend you on that, and
Thank you.
and congratulations on doing your your outdoor stuff, on a
Thank you.
permanently, because I mean that's what life is. You finding what you love to do and being able to do it. That's the goal. But I thank you again. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up. I thank you again for joining me. I appreciate it. Like I said, guys, if y'all want to reach out to her, that's her business. Rain Outdoors. Catch her on Facebook, Instagram. Go to her website. She does have apparel there. Oh, did I do it right? Oh yeah, I did. I had to look, honey. But go to her website. She does have her apparel there. You should have worn one of your shirts so they could see.
I, I got this one. This one's coming up. So the new apparel's coming.
Okay. See? Yeah. She has apparel, y'all. She ain't tell y'all, but she got some. Go to her website, Lord. Go to her website and you can see it. But but thank you again, Ray. And I appreciate you. I'm gonna put you back in a whatever it is, the back room for a second. And I'll be
Okay.
right back with you because I don't want to
Okay.
hold you up.
Thank
I know
you.
you gotta go outside. Thank you, love. All right, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining us, whether you caught it live or whether you're going to catch it on the replay. I'm so grateful for you. My name again is Shanrika. I am your host for What's Your Story, where we share, empower, heal, and inspire. I hope you have an awesome rest of your week. I hope it started out awesome, and I hope it gets even more awesome for you. But don't forget, like, share, subscribe, comment. If you're on YouTube, thank you for joining. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified when we come on every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you again. This has been What's Your Story, where we share, empower, heal, and inspire. You guys have an awesome rest of your week.